All right. So, who wants to recap what happened last week?
I've got this.
Oh.
I've got
after
this.
you.
It will be after me.
You first, and then I'll recap. Same recap.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, I can't imagine I'll leave anything out. We got to the second, to East Town, East Place, the other town. That was the other option from Duggan's Hole. After we
East
argued
Haven,
about
yeah.
where to go for a while. East Haven, yeah. The place to the east. We got there. Some dude was strung up and lit ablaze after killing a group. I forget how many there were. A group of people that he hired to obtain a certain piece of information. Then we started to ask around as to what was happening and whether or not like this is a normal occurrence. And we ended up accepting a job from one of the guards people there to help find missing fishermen on the water.
Right.
John went to go to the exact place that we need to go to hire someone to take us on the water. And we bought Indigo some scale mail or something like that.
Right. You went shopping a little bit. Stranne
Yeah.
was going to go somewhere, but that's about to get interrupted. Indigo was with Aralia, but has mentioned that he needs to, in his exact words, it's, I need to go take care of something. And he left. He didn't say what he needed to do. You would suspect
Aralia's not
it's
gonna ask.
find a boat, but honestly, it's not in him to,
I mean-
to explain things unless asked. So
Yeah, for all he knows, he could be making a boat.
yeah. He could be like solving the entire crisis of the whole frozen water situation just so he can take a boat out. Who
Yeah.
knows? It's Indigo. It's hard to tell with them.
He's just dumping antifreeze into the lake.
Ye old antifreeze. But Aralia, you have a bit of a fucking problem going on right now, and excuse my language, but it is a big problem. Where you haven't slept well in the last 3 days ish. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
sounds
probably
about
been more
right.
like 4. Yeah, you just you and Stranne both haven't been able to, successfully gain a long rest.
And there's no reason as to why.
Nothing we could have done. No.
No, I'm thinking we're cursed.
Probably. And you think maybe if I go looking for something that removes curses, that will be for the best. So that's what you spend your next couple of hours doing. While Indigo is somewhere and John is also somewhere. You go looking around town, and you don't have to go far before you hear whispers on the wind about a very particular artifact that is said to be quite potent at removing even the worst afflictions. It's supposedly something that's like makes the rounds at churches all around the world, and just so happens to have found its way in the church in East Haven this week. Very convenient and very lucky on your part.
I can be a religious man for as long as it needs to remove a curse.
Right. And it's around that time where you do eventually run into Stranne, who is making their way down to the town hall. Better move this over
I'm
here.
going to I don't know exactly how to get their attention without just like screaming. So I'm gonna use a single dancing light and just throw it in their face.
That was the sound of the dancing light.
Yeah, that's Strawn's surprised face.
That was my reaction sound.
I'm gonna like have it flash colors in their face and then be like, hey, I need Zark. And just like immediately just start dragging them into like a corner somewhere to be like, I think I have a solution to our insomnia.
And here I thought you said you were fine.
Uh-huh. This is also correct.
You are right, but you
So,
have a
are
problem.
you ready to talk now?
Actually, better than talk, I'm ready to do. There's a church somewhere around East Haven that's got the exact thing we need to remove these curses.
Oh. How convenient.
How
Extremely.
convenient indeed.
I was just on my way to the townspeak to see if they could get me a tour and ask if they knew of a way to solve our problem. But I guess I don't need to now.
I mean, we can still use the tour, but that can wait.
True. All right. Lead the way.
Do I know of what church it is, or do I just need to start knocking on doors and be like, hey?
There's only one real prominent church in East Haven. It's for the Morning Lord. Easy to spot. Is one of the bigger buildings in town. You don't have any problems finding your way over to it. It is not marked on this map, which sucks because I was hoping there would be a church marked on this map, but there is not. And making your way over to it is not a problem at all. It takes like a few minutes. Yeah, a few minutes to make your way downtown. Walking fast, faces past. You're not homebound. Before you eventually arrive to a scene that is fairly disturbing, as there are broken stained glass windows. One of the two big double doors is knocked over. There are people in priest robes with bloody stains on them, and it looks like there's people trying to provide as much medical aid as possible to them. And you can just generally see that there is a crowd that is brewed around that is kind of looking at the situation.
I'm just gonna run up, right? I don't have. Is there a visible threat? Like, are they being harmed by something, or?
It appears, to your best knowledge, based on the situation, that whatever happened has passed. This is the aftermath.
I'm going to run up, and once I'm within maybe 30 feet, enough for them to know it's me doing it, I'm going to cast. Oh, never mind. I switched that out. That's right. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. Wait, did I switch? Did I switch that out?
You switched
Healing Word, right?
You switched Cure Wounds to Healing Light.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm looking at the D&D Beyond. That's why.
Healing Word,
because I couldn't
sorry.
think about how to do that.
Healing Word, specifically, I think. Yeah. Healing Light. Yeah, that's a good one. You just need to feel the light on your skin. Healed.
Yeah, I just show up and then heal myself in front of them. And I'll do it again if you don't start hearing me out on this.
Do you really? Do you
Spell
cast a
book.
spell slot? Do you cast a spell in this situation that you're in? I guess you do.
It's a
There's
7.
There's a priest on the ground who currently has what appears to be an altar boy that's currently trying to just hold the wound closed. And the priest is trying to give as much instruction as possible, but there's very clearly some stress that is happening. Before you come up and eventually say your word of radiance that closes the wound, knits it shut, and stops bleeding. And the priest is very thankful. He goes, "Oh, thank you, stranger. I wasn't."
Thank God they're not anti-magic.
I mean, in this situation, I think even if you were anti-magic, you'd accept the help.
Religious folk can be weird sometimes. Anyway, not this one specifically. Magic is very well known in the Forgotten Realms, so it's as long as it's not hurtful towards somebody and actually heals them. I mean, who's to stop them, right? The priest kind of tries to stammer up using the side of the building as best he can to balance himself. He's still a little bit exhausted from the fact he was stabbed in the gut. He brushes himself off and my if you didn't come when you did, I fear that I would have bled out. Thank you.
Of course, Father. What caused this?
Oh, there was brigands came into town, a whole gaggle of them, smashed in, demanding things, and didn't mind cutting up whoever was in their way.
I mean, this is a charitable shelter. I can't imagine demanding more than that.
I suppose it has to do with what they took. I tried to stop them, but I'm no warrior.
Aralia's hand is going to tighten into a ball as he's like, these fucking guys, they're just gonna run up and take something that I'm working so hard for. It dawns on him for a second that he's like, I'm gonna shank this priest, I swear to God. And at this point, he kind of starts like being disinterested in like the priest now, as he's like, do you know which way they went?
I'm afraid I wasn't really paying attention after I was stabbed. Is there anything I can help you with? You have done so much for me.
His attention is going to turn to the altar boy before answering.
I'm gonna...
The altar boy is
Julia.
almost like catatonic at this point. It's just what is... They were trying to hold in the blood and guts of their holy father, so it's a little bit they're not doing so hot right now.
Aralia condemns this cowardice.
I'm going to nudge Aralia and be like, I wonder if they can help with our problem.
Not without that item. Father, if I make a deal with you, he says, unaware of the context behind a devilish figure asking to make a deal.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And he's going to be like, if I can retrieve what they've stolen, can I ask a favor of you?
I suppose it depends on the favor.
My friend and I, we've been cursed, and we require your assistance. We heard that you might have an item in this church that can help with that.
And he looks at you for a moment and looks down at the altar boy and looks between both Stranne and Aralia, and he goes, well, it appears that you and I's goals align quite well then.
You two want to help us get rid of these curses?
I would like to retrieve the artifact that removes curses from those that just stole it.
Then it seems like we have a deal, and he kind of like looks to Strawn like, it looks like we got this, right?
How much do you
Yes.
know about Baldur's Rod?
We're going to go find an item that was stolen that can cure curses of those who have taken stolen items.
We steal to fix the steal.
And he says that. How much do you know about Baldur's Rod?
Enough to know that we can handle ourselves with them.
Well, it was only one night. But I won't
the artifact, the artifact that was stolen, it was meant to be an offering to Baldur, the Norse god of beauty. Finally crafted by 12 artistic dwarves over the course of 12 weeks, but when it was offered up to him, he rejected it, saying that such a beautiful item should not be held in his own personal care. It should be displayed across the world, and such has made the rounds over the past 100 years. I thought
Well, it's not nice to steal from autistic dwarves.
artistic.
That's what I said, no?
I suppose they were. It said that whoever gazes upon it and admires its beauty would be cured of even the worst ailments. Something I was hoping to see for myself when it arrived here. I suppose whoever stole it was looking to make a quick buck. taking advantage of our... and he kind of is looking a little bit disappointed. Is just our weakness to blades.
Or maybe they have a curse that they too want removed.
I do not know the motives of brigands. Usually money. To be fair, I think I heard that one.
I
Oh.
think I heard that while the knife was plunging into me. Just
We want money.
The only one I know is, out of most of them, one of them was more cheery and gung-ho about things than the other, wore a red bandana around his head. He seemed like he was rather enjoying himself. But other than that, I don't know who they are, or why they want it, or even where they went. If you find that rod, and you bring it back to us, we would be most grateful.
Do we still have a crowd?
There's people like onlooking and like guards kind of holding them back. You pretty much slipped past and you were allowed to continue because you had healed somebody. So it's not so much of a crowd, more so like, or there's a crowd, but it's a little bit of a distance. Making out what you're saying is a bit hard.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy, make my voice big loud, and ask where did they go, like which way they went.
That, my friend, might take more of an investigation check. If you're asking around for people who saw.
Investigation or performance? I'm not directly asking anyone in particular.
Performers
I'll
wouldn't
make
help.
the roll.
No.
I'm gonna guide myself because I'm not confident in this. Click. Ooh. With guidance.
Really?
With guidance. With guidance.
With guidance.
Ooh, with guidance. Ooh.
Rolls guidance again like a chat. No. So that was absolutely the worst you could have possibly have rolled.
I just blow my favorite of the gods on this right now.
You're looking around. You're trying to get a best guess. Most people like are tuned up after everything had happened. There's nobody that seems to understand like where everybody went. It's really hard to tell what's going on here. Before you as you're like kind of walking off towards the people, the priest does walk up next to you, both you and Stranne, and says, "Before you go, these were rather dangerous people. If you don't mind, I would like to bestow a blessing that may help you in your journey."
That would be very nice.
He puts his hand in prayer, holding a holy artifact of some kind, and this glowing light is bestowed both upon Stranne and Aralia. And for the next 8 hours, your maximum and current HP increase by 10. This is me, the game master, saying these are two casters going on an adventure alone. Here, take some extra health for this one. So there should be a spot on your character sheets in Foundry that allow you to increase the maximum HP. It's just you put 10 there, and then your normal hit points just increase. Your current hit points just increase by 10. Not your temporary hit points. Your current hit points. Just so you know, because temporary is a different thing. If you want to keep a track that way, that's fine. If you don't plan on putting any temporary hit points any other way. But this should make you guys a little bit tankier, because this is not going to be easy. At least it shouldn't be.
Well, I'm just glad that Stranne gets their spell slots back on a short rest.
All right. So, unfortunately, nobody in the
so
crowd
just
that you are
remember.
looking at appears, at least from your investigation check, nobody seems to know who these brigands were or where they went afterwards. More so the crowd that had gathered after everything was said and done, seeing that priests were bloodied in the snow.
Interesting. I am not a criminal, so I don't exactly have contacts. I've never left this one town and I've only been in 2 buildings of this one town. So Aralia is kind of like got his hands on his hips, looking at Stranne like, well, I've tried.
We're cursed.
Yep.
Man, that sucks.
Well, guess there's nothing we can do.
You tried everything you
Stranne.
could possibly think of.
Strawn's just as like fatalism about this, just like, yeah, it's okay, like you had a good start.
We're gonna die, and that's okay. We had a good run.
Yeah, we will die this way.
Well, I feel like maybe we should go investigate the local market square and see if anybody's trying to sell anything. Or
That's
if
a
they've
pretty
heard
good
of
idea.
these people. Maybe we can get someone
Or-
to identify them.
Yeah, and maybe because it is a market, we can find somebody trying to sell it on like even a black market. Just being like, yeah, well, you know, it's not being sold around here, but I'm not gonna pretend like it's not being sold somewhere in town.
All right. So you guys are investigating nearby the marketplace. So you guys can both give me an investigation roll around that area then.
Strawn, what's your investigation look like?
+3.
That's better than mine. I'm gonna guide you.
Okay.
You gotta add that D4. It's
Yep.
important. It's very important. Ooh.
Why can't I remove these?
They're
That's
too
weird.
strong.
Anyway,
I think I investigated well.
that's a dirty 20 investigation with the plus, so 24. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
better.
It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so you're investigating. Really, you're trying to look around, trying to see if anybody looks like squirrely or side-eyed or something along
Or
those
wearing
lines.
a
like
red bandana.
maybe wearing a red bandana. Unfortunately, you don't find anybody that fits that description. You personally just don't know who to look for. Think it's this one guy, but then you find that he was legitimately just ugly looking and he's selling fish.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help.
His hands return to his hips in an I've tried stance.
However, Strawn, you're looking around the marketplace and you find somebody very familiar trying to peddle off wares.
Hmm.
You recognize them to be Torga Icewind.
It's John. He's selling insurance again.
All right. Go to approach them.
So you usually hear, "Come on, it's fresh fish. I understand it smells a little bad, but it's not." Oh.
Yeah.
It
Shows up almost as bad as you. Just starting off on the wrong foot.
Say, you're with that John Smith character.
I don't see him around.
No, but you travel with him. I've heard it on the winds.
He kind of.
What do you want?
A little bit of information, if you would be so kind.
Information ain't cheap, love. And honestly, I don't do business with those that have caused me harm in the past.
Well,
You look
harm
pretty
is a
fine to
relative
me.
term.
That John character killed half my men, as well as my favorite bodyguard.
Isaac has mouthed the words, "You'll do business with people who will harm you in the future."
It's pretty threatening.
It is. It's a pretty bold threat, and I don't have intimidation as a skill.
So, if you don't mind, you can piss off and get at me here.
Oh, I don't think so. I need some information. And I think
I need a lot
you
of
will
money.
help us.
It looks like we're both in a bit of a squalor, aren't we?
You know what? We might just have to buy your fish.
I'm going to very wide-eyed, like, death stare at them, and then start mind whispering 1,000 voices in their head.
Oh, I see the old mind whisper trick.
I'm gonna
Ventriloquism
throw
at its
like-
finest. Now, give me an intimidation roll.
Yeah, Torga is actually deathly afraid of puppets, so you're getting at
rolls
something here.
today are actually decent.
I have the I can roll. I can fight. Anyway, yeah. So you see that, like, Aralia, you just see that she suddenly looks very perturbed.
Got him with the old fish-eyed stare.
My hands are on the side of my face going bloop bloop bloop.
No, stop!
Make it stop. Make it stop. What do you
I start
want from me?
Just making random animal noises.
Yeah, but they're just
It's like-
slightly off, and it's uncomfortable.
What do you
I
want to
need
know? Just make the
information.
voices stop.
Have you heard of anyone here trying to sell off any Nordic artifacts recently? Or
Maybe,
trying to?
maybe someone trying to sell their rod. Hang on a second.
I may have heard of something, but you have to stop the voices first.
And then they stop.
Oh. You're
And my
looking
stare
for-
goes back to like a blank, like neutral stare.
You're looking for Baldur's Rod, then? I may have heard
That is the
something or
one.
two.
And do you know where I can find where this item might be?
Before we continue, know that I wasn't the one that took it.
That's
But
fine.
I was. Somebody wanted to hire me for it.
And then what happened?
I didn't take it. Too preachy. That was a real creep. Covered his face in bloody rags. Smelt like these fish here. Almost couldn't tell them apart, to be honest. Kept whispering something about dark gods. I don't know. Real creepazoid, that one. Reminds me of you. It looks at Strawn.
I do not. I am unfazed by this.
Like I said, it was too reverend handy. I didn't want to take it. It's too creepy for me. Too many red flags. But I kept an eye on it to figure out who they did hire.
And where are these people?
Now that is a different story. And I can't just be giving this information for free. I am a businesswoman after all.
I widen my eyes and continue the
No,
whispering.
hold on. Seriously though, I can't just give this information for free.
I will put
Supportive.
forward 40 copper.
It's gonna have a bit more than that, love. Tell you what,
41
buy one of these
copper.
fish. Buy one of these knucklehead trouts. And I might just make it worth your while.
And-
Counter offer a brand deal. I go around talking about how great the fish is.
You're gonna pay them
I
an
try.
exposure.
I try and get as many people. I convince them they need this knuckle-headed trout.
I'm more than capable of doing that on my own now. That one of these knucklehead trouts for you, for your hands only, 50 gold.
That's a bit of an issue, you see. You know, I'm starting to see why these aren't selling that well.
Well, I mean, only for you. I mean, usually they're only about a few copper, but I mean, like for you, 50 gold.
That doesn't seem fair.
I'm going
No,
to
I
take a-
think you don't. I
I'm
think you
gonna-
misunderstand.
I'm gonna walk right up, put 1 gold, and be like,
God.
"This is all you are getting."
What's a pittance? Not worth the information.
Well, then
Trust me.
perhaps we can meet behind a building.
Baldur's Rod is priceless. Anybody who gets their hands on it could make themselves a fortune. Oh, this is a cutthroat deal right here, 50 gold. And this,
And yet-
and he points at the single. She points at the single gold coin. Is worth a cutthroat.
And
How
that's
much
what
is
you
a
will get.
cutthroat kitchen worth?
A Hell's Kitchen,
I-
perhaps.
I regret to inform you, we're not going to narc on you. You're more than welcome to say that you just like. I mean, hey, look, I'll put it this way: you can punch me in the face right now, tell me to leave after giving us this information, and we will act like you gave us nothing.
I still need money.
We can give you money. We just can't give you 50 gold.
Open the negotiation.
Oh, I'm stepping up to the bat here. I'm not an investigator, but I can absolutely haggle.
How much money do you guys have anyway?
I have 41 gold, 18 silver, and 86 copper.
I got around 65 gold. I'm
And you're
but in
saying
character, I have nothing.
You're saying 50 gold. Yeah, for 50 gold, isn't it worth your curse being removed?
That's why we're haggling.
I don't think, Mr. DM, that how much currency is in my pocket is anything of your concern.
It's not like you gave us this gold directly.
All right, begin haggling. Begin the haggle process.
I am going to. Are there currently fires lit?
Not really. It's bright enough that people can open up their stalls.
That's a shame. Then my proposition only slightly changes. I go, well, look here, and I pick up the coin and I start doing you know that thing where you can pass the coin from in between your fingertips?
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to start doing that and then slowly adding coins while I'm talking and be like, now, I know that this may be a little bit hard to believe given our strapping clothing choice, but we are a bit strapped for cash. And I can't exactly just cough up 50 gold. I don't think our entire party can just afford to lose 50 gold. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut you 10 gold and 40 copper.
Hold on a second. You're saying after those nasty insurance premiums I had to pay for, you don't have 50 gold?
Actually, that goes into John's company, and our company is not affiliated with our party group. Even John doesn't get a direct cut of that money. It's more of a pyramid scheme. I mean, you're welcome to think that, but my deception check would say otherwise.
That's fucking great.
I know nothing of how John's company works, but I'm more than willing to lie.
You're gonna give me a deception check, and this is completely unrelated to everything else.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's pretty fucking good. Yeah. Oh, you move. All right, how much are you willing to part with?
10 gold, 40 copper.
10 gold? That's 1/5 the asking price. Okay, it's 1/5 and a little bit more. I don't.
Well, it's also like
I cough up the pouch of 10 gold that we took off of, or that I took off of, the one guy that was hired.
Oh god.
Oh, right, 20 gold, 40 copper. That's worth like 800 times this fish that you're trying to tell me is worth 50 gold.
No, I was trying to listen. The fish is just a metaphor. It's worth it. Never mind. Give me a persuasion check.
Could I give my?
I drop the coin.
You drop the coin while it's spinning.
Yeah, that's what completely it messes the entire bridge up. Is I just dropped it.
40 gold.
Could I possibly give my own persuasion check?
Yeah, you're trying to haggle back down from 40. Yeah.
Strong just picks up the coin and just starts rolling with it.
Okay, what are you haggling down to? There was a 20 offer, then went up to 40. What are you haggling down to?
I'll put in my 18 silver and 86 copper.
So 20 gold, 18 silver, and 64 copper? I'm confused.
I believe
much
it's 100. I said 40.
40? So 106 copper.
All right, fine, deal. Hand it over.
Okay.
All right, the man you're looking for that took the job, right fucking get his. I don't know very much about British slang, or Cockney slang, really.
It's its own form of language.
Gregor Snappy. Piece of shit, really. Only one that would take a job like this. He has a band of merry men, as he calls them. Go around here roughhousing where they don't belong. A little bit new to Icewind Dale. You'll find most of them over at a local tavern not far from here. Smaller place, a little bit underground. You're gonna have to have my invite to get in. And she slips you a piece of paper. It looks like an envelope with a little brand seal on it. You can get in with that. Yeah.
I'm going to pick up the fish, put it onto the counter, and then pick up the envelope and the fish in the same, like, 2 hands as I go, thank you.
All right. Now, he's a bit of a rough card, but seeing as how you guys are literally murderers, I'm sure you won't have much of a problem with him.
It takes one to know one.
Oh, I suppose we'll just have to keep this between us. Enjoy the fish. And if I ever see you again, I might try to cut your throat. Nothing personal, but it is extremely personal.
Yeah, that's fine. You did give us this information, so maybe we'll let you get like a hit in.
Okay.
I'm gonna change my demeanor completely and be like, but by the way, how do you recommend we prepare the trout, the fish? Do you have any like good recommendations? Like salt.
What the fuck
I
is
do
wrong
not
with you?
know
Get
how
the
to
hell
cook
out of here.
Oh,
Go on, get. You can add 1 knucklehead trout, frozen knucklehead trout, to your inventory. By the way.
Oh, here we go.
It's a pretty big fish. It's like the size of your forearm. Well, the length
I
of
would
your
even
forearm.
consider it a real big fish.
A real big. That's a real catch.
Settle out.
All right. So she directs you to where the slightly underground tavern is that Gregor Snappy resides at when it has a little bit of success going on for himself. What do you guys want to do next?
Sorry, writing down note.
Oh, that's right.
I was doing the same.
Oh my god, you guys are taking notes? Crazy.
I wrote down Gregor Snappy, and now I'm changing fishing tackle to big fish, in order to have it read the same.
Right. I guess.
Knuckleheaded. Is knuckleheaded 1 word or 2?
It's 1 word. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, no, I think we should make our way over to the tavern.
All right. The sooner the better.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give Strawn this fish, because the head is still frozen in his bag, so it,
Might
keeps it
keep it.
frozen.
You're using the head
freezer?
of a cultist serial killer as a freezer.
Well,
I mean,
it's no use to us now.
it's
We've
very
gotten our political
convenient.
gain out of it.
That's fair enough. All right.
Well,
I swear to God,
it was
if you guys
always
make
useful
like
to
an
me.
we have our cooler. What keeps it cold really isn't so much any type of technology, but rather this frozen head that never thaws.
Yeah, it's a smiling serial killer, you see, and it's great for summertime travel.
It's a great talking point at parties. Just putting it in the middle of the room.
Yeah. Just a bunch of like wine bottles sticking out of like a bucket.
I was gonna say it was the wine bucket. It was the champagne bucket, but it was just the head of the cultist.
God
His
damn.
mouth
Sorry.
is the bottle opener.
Yeah. You just have him bite down on it.
Oh, that's fucking great. All
Franklin
right.
would approve.
So
We're
you guys
So to
make
the
your
tavern
way.
we go.
Yeah, you make your way towards the tavern, and at first you realize it's more like
I-
a ramshackled
would-
place, but
would like
you do
to
see light
disguise-
inside.
I would like to
One
disguise the
disguise.
2 of us, actually.
Disguised from who?
Ash-
Do they know who you are?
I don't know, but I don't want them to.
Okay. All right.
I'm split up from the party. I am not at max confidence right now.
Do you have a disguise kit?
No, but I have proficiencies with the disguise kit. So I'm just gonna start finding things around and stealing.
You're gonna have to get a disguise kit.
The Parkway?
No, what?
Bath run?
Buy one.
Buy one. Oh, we can buy one. How much is a disguise kit?
He's
He's just mouthing
the
words at
words.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much?
I was
is there some place
so
I can buy it?
confused.
Go back to Targos, be like, yeah, I know we gave you all of our money, but could we buy a disguise kit off of you?
Yeah, hey, I don't know if the 20 gold and 106 copper covered a disguise kit.
Let me look up a disguise. A disguise kit is 25 gold.
It's a worthy investment. I'll do it.
And you can find one in East Haven, no problem.
Oh, for sure then.
Yeah.
Absolutely gonna get that.
Got you guys to spend 50 gold.
Yeah, one way or another.
Yeah, but
Look, I wouldn't have been able to buy the disguise kit if I had spent money on some fish.
All right. So you bought it to say you both were like outside where this underground tavern was. It looked like a rundown dive bar essentially. And you're like, we're gonna need disguises, and like went on a montage around the city to go get disguise kit stuff. So I guess I want to add one. I want you to roll. I want you to roll. God, I want to say like
Disguisery.
intelligence with your proficiency modifier for disguise kit. But I want you to roll it twice for each person. I want you, before you do that, to tell me what the disguises look like.
Wouldn't it be performance?
Would it be performance?
It wouldn't be performance because you're using disguise kit, not a skill. You're using your skill with the disguise kit, not with a specific skill on your list.
What is makeup if not a dexterous act?
All right, I'll take dexterity. I'll take charisma even as a base skill.
Oh,
for it.
that's even better. I would like that a lot.
Okay, so 2 charisma checks?
Yeah,
From
not
me.
from Strawn because the Spooky is the one that is doing it.
Oh, okay.
But I want Spooky to describe. I guess you can roll first and give me a description based on how well you rolled.
No, I'm gonna act as though it goes flawlessly both times, and then you'll tell me how I fuck up.
Okay. All right. Tell me how you disguise yourself in Strawn.
So what I'm thinking is I'm going to pull out my winter's clothes, and I'm going to like have these like heavy furs on. I'm gonna do like some contouring to make my face look like really gaunt and like pale. And then I'm going to.
Aren't you
gonna
an
make my
albino
flesh on Strawn.
tiefling?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hide that I'm a tiefling, but I am going to hide that I'm a
but you're
tiefling.
already paler than anybody else possible.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put like I'm gonna slick my hair down into like a really bad haircut almost, just to make myself look as depressed and rugged as possible. And then for Strawn, I'm going to what would Strawn let me do? I don't know if Strawn has like preferred disguise at the ready.
establish a thing.
No. They do not.
Then I've got this. I'm gonna
gonna let you do you.
I'm gonna
and
pull your
accept
hair
it.
into a messy bun. And
Is it
I'm
weird?
going
I
to
was
give
thinking
you,
about that though.
we're just, it's the wavelength. And I'm going to put your shirt on inside out. And then give you a random necklace. And you are now Stryan. And I, for all future reference, am the only word that's coming to mind is arbiter. And that's what we're rolling with.
You're the arbiter. So wait, what's Strawn again? What was the nickname you gave?
Stryan.
Stryan. Stryan and the arbiter.
Yes.
This is a fucking Halo.
And now I will roll. I don't know. I've never played Halo.
Oh, okay. So this first one's for you, and you do, yeah, absolutely. Like add your
Flawless.
proficiency modifier for that. It's good. It's good. You do exactly
Well,
what you
this
look
is-
like a horrible person, and that was the goal. Wow, same roll.
These are including my proficiency because I just made it a
I
saving
almost saw
throw,
that
which
as being a
counts
6.
that.
Yeah, so both of you together, like, yeah, you look worse than you started with, but you look good in a worse way, you know?
I look believably worse.
Yeah, believably worse.
I'm leaning into the fact that I haven't gotten a good night's rest.
The bags under your eyes, you just tried to accentuate them, you know?
Yeah, I actually had to cover them up, and they looked like comic book bags.
All right, so you guys, after you go your makeup session, like there's just like a montage of like different things you pull from the disguise kit, like makeup and different clothing of little bits that you do to hide your identities from those people you already don't know. And eventually you both, like at the end of the song, you know, you both the camera pans up and sees that both your feet step right outside the dive bar and you're all ready to go in.
Yep. I want to have my whip like at my hip. I'm not going to be able to use it that well, but I do want to make it look like I fight with not magic.
Right.
Get the whip at the whip.
A whip at the whetty.
Okay. And you guys step inside the bar like you own the place, except you probably look more along the lines like you
Like we got beat up at this place.
Yeah, you got beat up at this place. And while you look around, there's definitely like it's the standard rough and gruff type. The bartender looks like a lizard person that isn't enjoying this too much as he's wrapped up in far too many warm clothing, which probably tracks with the fact that he is a cold-blooded creature in Icewind Dale,
Sounds
looking
familiar.
just miserable. It doesn't look familiar to you. It just looks like
Sounds familiar to me.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's absolutely my lizard barbarian.
I did not know that.
I-
Oh shit! You've been
what?
telling
Oh
me
my
about
God.
that. Yeah, never
You
mind.
actually don't read my messages.
I do read your messages. I
I'm
just
starting to
forget.
think you just start typing at your keyboard at random.
I've told you guys before. I can't read. I'm just guessing. Anyway, yeah, and there in the corner of the bar there is a gaggle of rough, like even like guys that have like bloodied hands and bloodied weapons that are just celebrating obnoxiously. You count about 6 human individuals, one of which, who has the biggest smile of them all, has a red bandana on his head.
That's not our guy. Let's move on.
He stands. Ooh, that's him.
Cool, it's Ryan. You're blowing up cover. They're gonna think you're John in a minute.
I can actually go ahead and show you guys the artwork I had found for him. This is what he looks like.
Ooh, pirate.
Yeah, kinda. The rest of his entourage look very similarly dressed. And they all appear to be celebrating quite profusely.
I'm going to go to the bartender.
Okay.
I'm going to ask for a drink.
All right. Give me just a moment. And he says, 4 copper. 4 copper. Ended up. There's like
Alright,
he's stuttering to the cold as well, so just hand it up. Just like constantly shivering, trying to mimic the metabolic process that mammals have, but he's just not able to do it that well.
I hand over the copper and I pick up the drink. I move over to the table very slowly and I give Strawn the nod. As I'm like,
I nod as if I know what that means.
yeah. And it's mostly just a watch this kind of nod. As he's going to slide the drink towards the guy in the red bandana.
Right.
And then say, So, how'd your day go? As though they've just been like absolutely as if they've known each other for a while.
This could not go worse. Anyway, so everybody at these tables, these 6 individuals that take up 2 tables, all stop what they're doing, stop their laughing and gallivanting, and just turn to look at you. And the entire bar goes quiet. And the man that still has a smile on his face goes, "What's it to you? Don't believe we've met?"
I don't believe we have either. And he'll like kind of pull his hood back and flatten his hair more and go, I heard there was a lot of commotion around the church and they were supposed to be getting a new item and I was wondering if you had something to do with that.
Right, well, it appears you have some misunderstandings about me and my mate's work here, as they all like kind of put their hands on their weapons. We're all upstanding sailors, just traveling around Icewind Dale. I don't suppose you think you overstepping your boundaries just a little bit there?
It's kind of my thing.
You should get a new thing.
I can. I'm a little broke at the moment. I spent too much money today. I find it hard to believe because, a lot's frozen right now. I can't imagine your ship's got through okay.
Well, I mean, we travel on land quite often.
Oh, land pirates. Yeah, that makes sense.
Our boat's parked at a harbor elsewhere.
Boat. Just out of game. Look, it boat, free boat.
Oh, you're right. We'll kill them and take their boat. And then we'll drag it all the way back here.
So useful in a landlocked adventure.
Yeah. We'll just bring it all the way and then we'll have a giant boat in a tiny lake.
Yeah.
I'm
sure. That'll help. Now, I suppose if you're done with your talking about, you could leave me mates and me alone?
I'm going to...
Don't suppose?
I mean, I'm not going to. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna start just like walking past the table, but like towards where he's sitting. But I'm totally just getting up and like walking past him. And I give Strahd another nod.
I'm pretending at the moment to be one of everybody else just staring at you.
That's fine. Aralia's got this. And in one foul swoop, my intention is to choke him with my whip and kind of hold him hostage.
Are you doing this a little bit discreetly, or I don't know how to process this bit.
Can I? Can I?
By the way, I want to ask, what is Strahn's normal HP? Is it
24?
20? Oh, okay. So I see what happened here. You only have to add the number in the max HP column.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
do need to change your current hit points to match your new current, but the maximum HP column, there's a little you just have to add the number in the bottom.
Yeah,
box
I put the 10 there, but I'm like, oh, it's not auto updating. I'll just fix that and I'll remove it after.
Yeah, it's good, sir. I'm just setting up some tokens because I can see how this is going. All right.
I don't know what gave you the idea that I intend to be hostile.
So you're putting
it's a friendly chokehold.
Yeah, you know how guys are.
Give me
just
a
dudes being dudes.
It's like a grapple, right? Give me a grapple check. Yeah, athletics versus
come on,
his.
Yeah, you got this.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I do got this.
I don't know how your athletics is, but I know I'm.
You'll
crap.
see. You'll see.
Oh.
That's his.
Oh.
Peep this though. peep this though. Yeah, that's kind of close. It's tough to say.
I'm gonna move us over to a map here. One second, as I kind of get some stuff set up. You guys should be able to see what's going on here. So
I see.
You attempt to wrap your whip around his neck when suddenly he kicks off the table, dropping the chair down, knocking you out of the way, and him rolling and tumbling out. And then he says, I thought this is how this was gonna end. So let's have ourselves a good little bout. A little friendly ball fight, including swords. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Which? He knew the outcome.
Which? Heretic.
All
right,
boy.
well, that's about what I was expecting.
Ah.
All right. So, Aralia, first up in combat in this friendly little bar fight. You're right next to him.
I'm gonna do what's typically referred to as a gamer move. I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Okay. Where?
I'm trying to decide on that now. I'm thinking here, on this heckin' dude.
All right.
Because if this guy can only move to about like here before provoking an attack of opportunity, I stand a good chance. I believe I have to reopen my thing.
Yo, if this guy
Yes.
flipped the table to get away from Aralia, how much bludgeoning damage does this guy take to the face?
He didn't
he
flip the
kicked his
table. He
chair.
flipped the chair he was sitting on. He kicked off the table to get out of the way of the noose.
Oh,
Yeah, however, he did drop his booster seat onto his foot.
All right. Where are you dropping it? I put down a little thing for it there.
I'm
You should be able to.
on
You should be able to throw out a measurement that you can do. This is just like a cool.
I can. I
fact.
just haven't put it down now. There. We'll just chunk it down there.
In the middle. You can't. I don't think you.
It
Yeah,
told
you're
me
gonna
that's
have
where
to-
I can put that. I don't.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say you're gonna have
Is
to
the-
make sure it's on a square. Just
Oh,
the
okay.
key
I just
thing, 'cause
that's
otherwise
just it wasn't letting me put it on that square. It was giving me like based on this guy's
right there.
grid, I guess.
All right.
Yeah, we'll slap it there.
All right. So you put it there, right in between them. Now, when they start their turn, they're gonna have a problem. But for right now, there's
However,
nothing happening. Yeah.
It is my bonus action to slam it into one of them.
Okay, you can do that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna slam it into this guy.
Bandit numeral 1 does not have a name.
That's fair. He will be
Yeah,
dead.
All right. So I'm gonna give him a dexterity saving throw there. Oh nope. Roll damage.
Click clack. 5.
5 fire damage. Absolutely. He is on death's door. They're bandits. There's a lot of them, but they're bandits. You slam the fire. You materialize the fireball somewhere in the air and slam it down into this bandit who is just in the middle of getting up and drawing his scimitar. It starts scorching his clothes on the side.
I'm gonna scream out, Stranne, I think they've blown our cover.
Now it is that. It is that bandit's turn. He's starting his. What is it? When the creature takes.
End. When you end your turn.
When you end your turn, so he's gonna move away from it, over this way,
Understandable.
and he's gonna pull out. Instead, he's gonna pull out his light crossbow, and attempt to shoot at you. You got a little bit of cover because of where Greg or Snappy is currently located. That's not gonna hit. Do you have mage armor on, by the way? I should probably ask that.
I don't think I said I did. And I'm a little strapped for for spell slots. I did,
up
however,
to
take into account the regeneration of my last consumed spell slot with the
Yeah.
pearl stuff.
Yeah. All right. So the bandit takes aim with the crossbow, but he's not able to quite get at you with Gregor in the way, and the bolt goes swimming past, hitting itself into a mug, which then goes flying the other direction. This bandit over here gets up over here and is going to try to stab you with a scimitar. Nope. Strong.
Duck.
Yep.
Yeah, you duck as the sword swings past the air, whizzing past it. Now Strawn makes themselves known.
So I'm going to kind of dart up from my seat and try to act like all gruff and intimidating and start making my way over to let's see, what, here or here?
Oh boy.
Perfect.
That is.
So I'm gonna kind of make my footsteps really loud, coming over here slowly, and then I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar.
Ooh. Go ahead. Throw it out.
Where?
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and roll this. Isn't it like out from you? Or out from a point you choose?
It's out at 10 feet of me. I don't know why it gave me this weird. I would expect it. Hey, hang on. How the fuck do I remove this damn circle?
I did it!
Okay.
Oh, well, alright. So, only 2 of those bandits were making the saves, but the 2 bandits that did make the save, failed it. So, go ahead, go roll damage for both of them.
That's pretty good.
That's
8 necrotic.
8 necrotic damage. Severely hurting most of them. This guy right here looks about bloody. This guy looks severely wounded. Not quite death's door yet. As these tendrils of darkness fling from the sky, or really fling from underneath your upturned shirt, and bat them in the face, draining their life essence away from them.
And not that it's important, but they can't make reactions until their next turn.
Alright.
Oh, that's actually pretty important.
Speaking of next turns, this bandit right here gets up and runs over to you, slashing at you with a scimitar. Unless he had a bonus action. I'm sorry if he had a bonus action. Yeah. You take 4 slashing damage as the scimitar
that's not the
slashes
right
across your
bandit.
foot.
Oh, that's true. You're looking kind
Hey.
of silly.
Hey.
Why
hey,
did they roll
man.
that one? That's weird. Anyway, this bandit over here is going to run away from the fire and is going to attempt to attack Aralia with a scimitar.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Yep.
It's not the right bandit.
4 slashing damage. They all have the same
no,
modifiers.
that's not the right-
They all have the same. I don't know why it's using that token over that one. It's a wild card picture. It randomly takes from a file of pictures I have. Anyway, yeah. So 4 slashing damage on Aralia as you have a bit of a scimitar in your side. This bandit over here is going to
That's fine.
get on Strawn and is going to go ahead and attack with the scimitar as well. And not hit.
Nope.
Nope, not at all. Now, for the piece of resistance, is Gregor Snappy's turn, who is going to move away from the fire, kind of backstepping, is going to take a short sword and attack Aralia twice. And because he has allies within 5 feet of you, he can do them both at advantage. Wow. All right, well, one of those is going to hit you.
That one was determined.
as you take 4 more piercing damage as your stat. Well, I don't know why it's piercing damage with a short sword? Slashing damage. I don't know why it says piercing. You take 4 slashing damage as the short sword. You're able to dodge the first one, but the two guys behind you are making it hard to maneuver yourself properly, and you take another slash at your side. Aralia, how do you want to handle the situation you're in?
I'm gonna take my ball here, this ball right here. I'm gonna slam it into this man.
All right, so he needs to give
by
save.
careening it into this.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Does he take half damage if you slam it into them, or?
Does that save for half, or does it?
As a bonus action, you move the sphere up to 30 feet, blah, blah, blah. Take saving throw against the sphere's damage. The sphere stops moving.
Oh, I guess it doesn't take any damage then.
Yeah, because they managed to dodge out of the way as the flaming sphere of fire does kind of just careen right into him here, but he's able to dodge it as it slams across the seat, into the wall to the side of him. I'll just do that. All right. Then anything else as a bonus action or anything like that? No, that was your bonus action. You have an action.
Yes.
Just to kind of put us
I'm
all
going
on
to
a grid space here. You can be either there or there. That's fine. Either one of these.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm just trying to put you on a grid
that
space
one's
because
fine.
you're like that one. Okay.
No, I don't have the best melee spells, believe it or not.
I don't believe it. Yeah. I do believe
I
it,
know,
actually. You
I
said
know.
you don't. Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. Now, technically, my flaming sphere lights things on fire that aren't being worn or carried. Is it just torching tables right now?
Pretty much. It's scorching walls. You know. You're probably gonna get a bill after this. Good thing you wore a disguise.
Yeah, they'll never know it was me.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to attempt to firebolt the guy.
You are that's a ranged attack. You would have disadvantage on it because you're within 5 feet of hostile enemies.
No, I switched that out, man. Yeah. Isaac's trying to give me pointers, but I switched out the spell that he's talking about. Which is unfortunate, but I didn't expect to be in melee combat. What? That is also true. He's saying that I can use my action to disengage, which is remarkably more helpful.
You can disengage, walk on some tables, get the fuck out of there.
I'm going to disengage, walk on some tables, and get the out of there. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm just gonna stand on this table now.
Yeah.
This is my pillar. I am
stand on the table, grab a hold of one of the support beams going across the ceiling, swing over to the other table.
This bandit's gonna step on over here and yeah, there's a lot of bar fight going on, a lot of bar fight action going on. This guy's gonna step away from the flaming sphere, take his light crossbow out, and fire at Aralia. Nope. As you jump up
into the floor,
into another mug. He just keeps hitting mugs. This bandit over here is going to post up, right here, and go shoot at Stranne.
His dad died in a mugging. You leave him alone.
Fucking hell. Dice are on your side today as this guy just it misfires. The bolt just spins spins around as soon as it leaves the crossbow and lands into one of these mugs pretty perfectly, actually. It's just the tip down into the drink. Stranne.
Tip down.
I am going to acknowledge the fact that I have people around me, and instead Eldritch Blast. Good old Snappy.
All right. Yeah, you are doing it at disadvantage, but go ahead.
But it is ranged.
It is ranged. You can do it. You can do it. You can
How
fight.
is it disadvantage?
Oh, you get the disadvantage because there's people within 5 feet of you. I have not.
But
Not
it's
right
not. But it's not aimed at them. That's why I was only aiming at him.
No,
That's a Pathfinder rule.
No. It is D&D 5e. Specifically in the rules, it states that if you try to use a ranged attack when you have a hostile creature within 5 feet of you, you have disadvantage. You have 2 hostile creatures within 5 feet of you.
Oh, well, in that case, if I got the disadvantage anyway, then I want to aim my fancy wand right under this guy's face
Which
and
guy?
cast Eldritch Blast. The guy right in front, above me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead. You have the Wand of the War Mage, so you have an extra +1 to attack with it. It is at disadvantage. It's a pretty good roll. You can only do worse.
Ooh, and
Go
it is
ahead and roll
maintained.
damage, because you did hit. You did roll very well.
What?
Max damage. You kill him. He is dead. You have murdered this man right above you. So
Just
how do you
an
kill him?
Eldritch Blast. I point it right up under like his neck, and I go, boom. And just an Eldritch Blast under the throat through the back of the head.
His body just goes careening onto the ground while most of his gray matter goes into the ceiling. He's dead. Bonus action?
I don't know if I want to use the spell slot for it.
You don't have to. I got a plan.
No, I won't. I am going to turn around at this gentleman right here and give him the death stare with the whispers in his head, as well as a lot of screaming.
Give me an
It
intimidation
sounds like
check.
tormented souls.
And who? This guy right here?
Yep, that one.
Okay, just make sure. For some reason, I can't see your cursor. I don't know what that's up.
Huh.
You might have to refresh.
He's cursed.
Actually, I don't see anybody's. No, never mind.
Mine
Yeah,
too.
intimidation
Hang on, you
roll.
don't-
He is
you don't see my item?
properly intimidated. As he's just what? It is his turn. He's gonna disengage and run away. Just
A wise decision.
get the fuck out of there and open this door. This bandit over here, this old guy, is what the hell are you running away for? And then pulls out his crossbow and aims it at Stranne.
5.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my
No,
plan.
he rolled
I was
a 6.
I was close.
He misses entirely, hitting a mug behind you, making it Gregor Snappy's turn.
So,
Who is
man, if
going?
only you could aim with, I don't know, 2 eyes.
Gregor Snappy is going to make his way over to. Well, you seem like an eldritch entity, so I'm going to step on this table over here and take a couple slices at you.
Uh-oh, my plan.
The good old villain announcing what his plans are.
Very casually, hitting with both those attacks.
Well, he does not have... Oh, that's right. He does have 2 attacks. I was going to say those weren't an advantage, but you didn't roll an advantage.
Nope, he didn't have advantage, but he did have 2 attacks. 8,
12.
Yeah, 12 points of slashing damage as this guy just careens these attacks down on you. You're not able to dodge. This guy's a little bit more skillful with a blade than everybody else is around him. How you looking? Good? That's good.
18.
All right. Aralia.
So, I'm gonna throw my balls into him another time, just for fun.
Right.
I'm gonna slam him with my balls. Which I need to roll another
Balls
2d6
burning. I think you should see a doctor.
He is, well,
I
hold on. He's
mean-
going to make his dexterity save first.
Yes.
He succeeds, not 20.
Well,
Unfort.
Again.
Again, this guy is the only guy in his troop that can roll well.
in that case, I'm going to step, and I'm going to chaos bolt him.
Oh, okay. Do it.
Do a little Click,
Dance.
and then just a little bit of a dance. First level, because I don't want to. I don't want to blow everything.
That's
Well,
a 12.
It's a 12.
The good news is his armor class isn't that good, so you do hit. Roll
Nice.
damage. Let's see what type of attack it is.
Yeah. A 3 and a 3. It's pretty determined.
Oh, actually, what is that? Means something. That means you can roll
Oh.
again.
Oh, no.
Oh.
The chaotic
Oh,
energy
no.
leaps from the target
God,
to a different
chaos.
creature of your choice within 30 feet. Make a new attack roll against a new target and make a new damage roll, which would cause more chaotic damage. It's like- all right,
so I'm
it's-
gonna jump it to this guy because he keeps shooting at me, and I really don't like that.
Yeah, real fast. So 3 is fire damage, so he does take the entirety of that fire damage there regardless, which doesn't hurt him nearly as much as you want to, but it is a chaos bolt.
Yeah,
So-
it is 10, which is as max as my firebolt does.
Yeah. So go ahead and make another attack roll with chaos bolt to the bandit. Make sure you don't use a spell slot, because you don't need to.
I hope the
Clickety-clackety.
damage is the same again.
It's 11.
It's slightly worse.
Which is the bandits do have a better AC than he does. So that one
Well,
does
it was
miss,
so
as like the
cool.
chaos bolt slams out into the side of this bandit over here, which he just barely manages to dodge down from. But yeah, that was so close to being fucking awesome.
I feel
swear,
like
man.
I feel like what happened was he chaos bolted the guy, and somehow it hit him, ricocheted into the flaming sphere, and then got shot back out and almost hit that dude like on complete accident.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, that's interesting, huh?
This bandit is going to try to shoot at Aralia again.
Try.
Yeah, and he
Oof.
hits another mug behind you, which is weird because it actually like opened up that crate behind you, got a mug out of it, and then hit it. Because that's the only way that there could have been a mug behind you. The other bandit
A
over
mug
here.
off of the table just levitates and jumps in front of Aralia, sacrificing itself.
No, my
this,
queen.
this bandit moves over here and is going to do a scimitar attack over at Strawn.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
Yeah,
Oh.
that is going to hit.
It's a-
You're going to take 7
Oh.
slashing damage. How are you looking?
11.
All right.
I look like an
Um,
11.
It is your turn.
All right. You guys want some? Come get some. And I am going to Eldritch Blast at the captain here. At his,
Gregor
at his
Snappy.
kneecaps.
As kneecaps, do it. At disadvantage, but do it. Ooh. Nope. Unfortunately, well, you rolled with advantage by accident there, but the 9 does not hit.
Oh, I just went
With
to roll.
disadvantage.
Oh yeah, I guess I could have hit the minus button.
Yeah. Which is what you
I
already did
wouldn't
that
have known what that did either.
right there. You plus the plus button instead. Anyway, yeah. So
yeah,
you
I
take
just,
the wand of
my
the war
brain's like
mage.
plus equals extra die.
Your wand of the war mage, you try to aim it right at his kneecap, but he like kicks the table up, some stuff in the way, and you instead hit a mug. Bonus action?
Yeah, I didn't want to do this, but I'm a Misty Step.
Misty step. All right,
I'm
where are you
a
misty
Misty
stepping to?
Behind as many mugs as possible.
Oh god, right to the staircase. I did not set up the second level for this map, so I hope you don't go up them.
Oh no, I was just kind of like, oh fuck.
I mean, this it's not a terrible idea. I mean, it does feed back into the original plan.
This bandit is still running out the front door and leaving. He's gone. He just straight up left. This bandit over here is going to move away from the flaming sphere up to Aralia and is going to slash with a scimitar. A scimitar.
Scimitar, man.
Is your AC 11? No, your AC is
It is
12.
not an 11.
So he does not hit. You manage to duck out of the way. Gregor Snappy, though, is going to take this opportunity, kind of shimmy his way around, and take his heavy crossbow and aim it right at you, Aralia. He has advantage on this roll.
This is pretty good. This is a pretty good idea.
14.
So
Min damage. He does 1 piercing damage to Aralia.
and I do hellish rebuke.
Oh, all right.
I was really hoping he would do that.
Throw out the hellish rebuke.
Yes. Which is 3d10.
Oh no, sir! Don't attack me.
You should be able to click the spell as an innate spell casting on your sheet.
Oh, I guess that's true.
All right. You can roll the damage regardless because he's going to take at least half. Except he fails, so he's going to take the full damage. 11 fire damage. It's pretty fucking good. You do bloody him as, the crossbow hits you. You manage to grab it with your hand, which causes a little bit of cutting damage on your hand there. And then all of a sudden you just look up at him, whisper a word of infernal, and he bursts into flames, and he is definitely bloodied at this point. So, okay, you can cast fire. Yeah. Okay, you can cast fire. That's a little bit of a punk-ass move.
I have only casted fire.
I was gonna say that
since he's met
kind of their shtick.
Aralia.
Beep boop. What?
Beep boop.
Aralia. It is Aralia's turn. I only said Aralia. Can you guys hear me saying Aralia?
Yes, you had beep boop just a little bit. I'm going to slam the ball into him. TM.
All right. Do ball slam. Dexterity save, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Defend against the ball slam. No! My ball!
Hey, it's not a 20. At least there's that.
Yeah, but that's exactly one more than I needed him to not roll. I need to...
He would have made the DC if you rolled a 14 and would have been fine. You needed to roll 2 less.
Yeah.
All right.
Thinking here.
What's the plan? What's your action plan?
You know what? I'm casting another flaming spear. No. I'm gonna.
You would drop concentration at that point.
I'm just gonna healing word my friend.
Okay, throw healing word friend.
Which does heal the mug for 5 HP. Bullet. I respect that.
Strahd heals 5 HP.
The mug unshatters.
This bandit is going to try his best to finally down Aralia, which is, he hasn't hit once, and he will continue to not hit ever forever.
Well, I mean, he's pretty drunk.
You should have read this dude's resume before hiring him. Like, are you serious? This is the guy you're working with?
This guy over, yeah, I'll be honest, he's a nephew.
He's also a lightweight.
Yeah, he's... he's just lightweight. He was drinking milk. That guy also, I don't know, I think he actually has a mental disability as he also misses Aralia. Strahd, it's your turn.
You know, I think we're bullying these guys. Maybe we should just ask them if they have the rod.
I heard that in the background. They don't. You have the wrong guys.
Now, do I do the good old Eldritch Blast, or...
It's not a disadvantage. I would recommend it.
Capitan. Eldritch Blast.
On who?
Capital Eldritch Blast? Is that what you said?
Capitan!
Capitan? Who are you shooting? Who's dead? Oh, the captain.
Okay.
Roll damage, you hit.
That makes sense.
It's not hard to hit this guy. If you make it a saving throw, I don't know what to tell you, man. Force damage. He's on death's door.
He doesn't even have a good saving throw. He's just rolling better.
So you throw out this Eldritch Blast, and it kneecaps the fucker. And he gets thrown down onto one knee, and he says, "Stop! Wait, okay. Listen, some mistakes were made. I'm a little bit drunk. We can come to an agreement about something if you stop the flaming fireball from the next to me, okay? And we don't have, and nobody else has to get hurt."
I'm
We'll
immediately.
stop slamming balls into your face if you give us your rod.
I don't have the rod. I already sent it out to the client.
Dude, that's the wrong thing to be saying here.
I can
inching the
tell you
ball
where it
closer to his face.
is. Okay, I
I'm
can
just
tell you where
being-
it is right now. I know I have 2 of my men are already en route to deliver. We were hired by some weirdo with a bloody cloth over his face, hiding it. Smelled like fish, rotten fish. Spoke raspy voice. Said to meet us at an old cabin on the northwest side of town, just outside city limits. I swear, it's all true. Please get rid of the giant fireball.
I'm going to approach him.
Right.
Fire still intact as it is roaring.
Just centimeters away from his face.
Yeah,
like everybody
my
else is kinda
balls are
holding their
so
ground.
close to his jaws.
While you're trying to learn
I'm-
about Baldur's Rod.
And I'm going to lean in and go, I don't suppose you'd be willing to come with us to call off this deal.
Do I have a choice in the matter?
He'll just slowly turn to the fireball.
All right.
And then with that,
Oh,
he'll cut the fire.
Okay. And the fire is cut. We're gonna go switch over to a different map. As we no longer need this one. Wait, 1 second. No, wait, 1 second.
Waiting. Waiting.
Okay,
I'm
good.
waiting.
All right.
It's been more than 1 second.
So his guys have been called off. There's a few of them still left alive. All right. I can bring you to it, or I can have my most trusted man bring you to him. He points
Do you
over at his nephew.
Not have the balls to do it yourself.
I'm a
Yeah, I'm
little.
confused.
Listen, I can't really walk right now. I'm kneeling down. You broke his fucking kneecap. So I mean, I will really only slow you down.
I'm going to feel confident when I say that I don't think he's going anywhere.
Right.
I will, at the very worst, hold his most trusted man hostage.
He points
so
over at
I
his
feel
nephew.
comfortable.
Yeah, you can take him.
All right. I mean, he'll look to Strawn to be like, I mean, I don't see this going wrong.
No, nothing can go wrong.
No.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, we got this guy's nephew. If he's not butthurt, his family member will be, and that hurts worse.
Yeah, look at how much he cares about his nephew.
Yeah.
The dude's just kind of shivering and quaking. That's like, what is going on?
We will kill you if you step out of line here.
Okay.
Sick. Come with me, nephew.
And you guys leave the bar, and the bartender's just like, as you're leaving, like, what the fuck? As he closed the
I
door.
won't
I will
actually
look
be
back.
finishing that drink.
I'll look back and be like, the damages are on him.
Oh shit! All right, and you guys leave.
And then as I leave the bar, I'm gonna do that one scene from Avatar. And just kind of water tribe, like staring at them, being like, I'm watching you all.
I don't think the last Airbender was the first showing of the finger points to eyes, finger points watching you.
No, but the way that they do it.
All right.
I will start to ruffle my hair again to give it that just woke up look to it.
Right.
And I will
Right.
start wiping the makeup off my face as I emerge out of the criminal underground again.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. So here's...
Okay.
So the nephew, very scaredly, is starting to lead you to the west side of town and going out away from it.
Son of a bitch.
Right, I see it now. That one. Oh, that's just a picture. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
Anyway.
I don't know why it's like that.
Well, you see that whole like .png thing that has a meaning to it.
But it wasn't.
If you
I
just
copied
like,
the link.
if you, yeah, okay. Yeah, that one, okay. All right. So you guys are currently heading out of town. Do you guys want to take a short rest first? Maybe. Who knows?
It's no different to me, but we can do that.
Yeah, sure.
You're like,
a
no
small
spell
little
slots.
break is
Sure, a small little rest.
Yeah, if I have to. If you're gonna twist my arm.
You guys can take a short rest and regain hit points through hit dice. Remember, your health maximum has increased. You might want to take advantage of that.
I absolutely will. Yes. I'll roll one first. Click clack.
How do I?
That's great.
One,
Fuck it, I'll roll another.
Well, I'm one away from max, so that's good.
All right.
I'm 2 away. Let's kill it.
Make sure you finalize the rolls there. You know. There you go.
I forget. I get my my spell slots back, right?
You also
Yes.
regain your spell slots. It should automatically be set up on your sheet that you have regained them. It should anyway. I don't know why it's not fucking.
It did. Oh, because I technically never casted Misty Step.
It also didn't just give you your spell slots back for some reason, so that's
Yeah,
weird.
I don't-
You
wait,
can
2.
just set them as 2. Yeah. You
I
have them back
forgot.
now.
My brain's thinking 0 as in I've used 0 of 2.
Yeah.
Instead of-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
All right.
Oh,
So you guys
because
are-
I only did the roll instead of the actual like, bing.
I short rested button.
Yeah.
Baby's
That-
first nap.
1 second as I'm setting up something.
Now, some insight into Aralia's psyche here. He's pissed that he's used so many spell slots. Like
you do
he
have a
knows he
thing that
kind of
gives
had
you
to.
them back.
I used that already.
Oh, did you? All right.
Yeah, I had to use that once it refreshed because I had already used the spell slot in the last session to give myself mage armor.
Okay.
And I believe it's the same day.
No, it's not. It shouldn't be. You guys woke up
Did
that
it?
day. Yeah, it was a different day. You woke up and then traveled to East Haven.
Yeah, but we woke
And
up.
you didn't cast mage armor at all yet.
We had woke up, but I thought we had woke up, went to the wood loggers guy's house. He framed his own like attack, and then we headed out.
That was the entire next day is when you left for East Haven.
We had to do a day of
Paperwork.
In that
Yeah,
case,
yeah.
then I would have had my pearl today.
Yeah, so you can use the pearl to regain a spell slot if you would like.
I would love to regain a second level spell slot.
All right. Are you gonna cast
I would
mage armor?
love to use this tiny ball in order to cast a big ball again.
Yes, big ball. Yeah, I'll cast mage armor this time.
All right. So I think that means you're out of spell slots for first level.
I have one more.
You do?
Yeah.
But
I used a cure wound, a chaos bolt, and a mage armor now.
Yeah, so you can
I'd used
cast. Yeah. Chaos Bolt. You cast Chaos Bolt, Healing Word. Yeah.
I just now casted mage armor after the short rest.
All right.
I had
then,
cast
all right,
Flaming Sphere and then Hellish Rebuke. Oh, but yeah, because I used my pearl on my second level spell slot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
I was looking at it and saw there's only one left, so I wasn't sure what was going on. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, I haven't updated it on my Foundry to buy.
Oh, okay. Then then you have one spell slot left as a first level spell. Then okay, so you guys start making your way through the icy cold tundra. You travel for about an hour outwards before away from town before you finally arrive at what appears to be a broken down old cabin surrounded by dead trees. And you can't help but have this small feeling of dread upon you as you step closer.
Can I give a perception check?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I love what they've done to the ground.
Yeah,
It is
this
so
new? Did they implant
full
new dirt here?
There is like snow. It's great, man. It's perfect.
I just look at the ground. Wait, there's tracks. Someone's been here.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
it's
there are
us.
there are tracks.
Is Aralia doing anything? Or are you just going to approach the place?
I'm going to ask the nephew, being like, this cabin, this is where they took it.
This is exactly where we're supposed to go. I can leave now, right?
I
Regretfully,
mean,
yes.
if we brought you along to help with a deal and just letting you go before anybody even sees you, what was the point, really?
Oh, well, you know,
Oh,
to
that's
be
that's true.
kind-natured to me.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna bring you with us to prove that that your boss said otherwise to this deal, this whole shebang.
Okay, okay. I'll
Yeah,
go
you're
with
mostly
you.
just going to agree with us when we say that your boss is letting us hold you hostage.
Okay.
All right, he's gonna do a perception check around the surrounding area, and I'm gonna guide myself.
All right. Perception check, go.
I must perceive. Click clack. Oh,
Natural
well,
20. You see in the snow just outside the front door, basically off the little path, buried very loosely in the snow, a corpse of a brigand-looking gentleman.
he's just gonna go, son of a bitch, and that's when he's gonna mage armor. Just be like, oh, it's useless. They took it already, and he's gonna storm inside.
You're gonna storm inside?
Absolutely.
Send the boy. Send the boy first.
Send the boy.
Do you? Do you send the guy first?
No, he'll come in once everyone else is in.
It's a fairly shabbily made cabin, and it is also fairly small as well, with the front door and a window that does peer in, though it's a little bit dark. You can't quite tell what's going on. Well, you have dark vision. You can kind of make out some stuff that's going inside.
We're in the we're outside of town, right?
You're outside of town. You're like an hour outside of town.
In the woods.
Well, there's a small patch of
Quote,
trees
unquote,
over here.
woods.
They're dead, decrepit,
Kind of woods?
rotting trees. There's wood here. I wouldn't call it
there's-
woods.
They're
I'm
dead
just
now.
trying to
but-
confirm if we are at a cabin in
You
the
are.
woods.
Yeah, you're at a cabin in the woods. You're at a cabin made of wood. Yeah. You as you're rushing up to the door, you hear just beyond the door. It should have worked. It should have worked. Why didn't it work? Before you slam open the door
so
and
fast.
see.
So fast. You could have told me they said anything, and I'm kicking that door open so fast. Like, if they were like, oh no, my mother, she's not cured, I would have slammed it off its hinges. I
You
would have
see
kicked harder.
this individual hunched over what appears to be something gold in his hand, and he's just, it should have worked. And you just see these cracks along his face, the boiled skin of his flesh, it's rotting, it's almost slopping off, his hair all ragged, but he appears to be a drow. Who goes there? It was supposed
Unless
to be
Strawn
mine.
wants to do something, I'm intending to initiate combat.
And in the corner, like in a chair, you see the corpse of another man, with his throat slit.
If Sean has an idea, yeah. I plan
I'm trying
on
to think of
casting,
how to say this.
It was supposed to be mine. The power. I could get rid of the curse if I just had the power. But the damn thing doesn't work.
I'm going to
And he appears to
make
be
myself
holding.
known. I'm going to be holding out my grimoire and be like, "Fuck! I just had what I was gonna say."
Yeah. You say, "Read this, loser," but then you don't give it to him.
A novice trying to practice the black magic I see.
It was mine. I offered everything, and in return I get this. And he points to his flesh, what is decaying. You can see it decaying in real time.
Nice.
It was all mine. He promised me everything.
Who promised you?
See, it would have been great if I had the name before this, but I totally know who. I just don't remember the name. Give me a moment here. Popular demons.
Google popular demons.
Orcus.
Orcus, like
Orcus, you know, like the necrotic prince of the abyssal plains. Yeah, that Orcus. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Prince of the Abyss, you know.
Okay.
This name means nothing to me. I am going to blow this man's head off.
I'm going to
And when you had the thought of hostile action in your mind, he says, "You have to try." And we're rolling initiative.
okay.
That's a little sus. I'm not gonna lie. that's when he starts being like, "No, hold on. Maybe I was a little hasty. He's read my mind. I see."
All around you, this greenish energy comes into existence, and the nephew that was pretty much next to you, behind you, begins being filled with this greenish light that snaps his neck as he floats in space. Another body that lies in the chair with its neck slit, all begin to change as their skin begins to rot, and they start getting these pustules all over their skin as boils. Their skin begin rotting. Oh, whoops, I should probably do this. As we bring ourselves over to this map here. And start up the combat music. One moment, because I believe
there we go.
you guys can kind of make out what's going on here.
This is not where I am.
There seems to be a cabin in this woods.
Where are you? You're right here.
Well, I mean, I know that, but that's not where I would have been.
All right, you're in there.
Because I had also approached him, yeah.
Yeah, you're also in here then, just past the door.
Closes the door. Politely.
Door's open. You close the door on your turn. I mean, it is your turn. Do turn.
Close the
Close
door.
door.
politely.
Close
No.
this door.
I would recommend it. Seeing this thing.
Yeah, feel free. I'm gonna put a hex on him, on Mr. Madroxus, that I don't actually know his name.
I'm gonna do you one better.
What's it called in Dark Souls? A hollow? That's what he looks like.
You should be able to see through Aralia's eyes now.
Me? I was already seeing through
No,
Aurelia's eyes.
other person who is
John.
silent in the background, watching intensely. Maybe, I don't know. It's a select their token.
Okay.
If not, refresh page. You're casting Hex as a second level? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about thing. Yeah, he's fucking hexed. That's how hex
Yeah, I
works.
can't believe
He's
you
hexed.
choose to catch it as to cast it as a second level. It's so weird of you.
Yeah. And with that, I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Uh, 13 does hit.
Oh, whew.
Perfect.
It should anyway. Features. Yeah. Okay.
And then I get another D6 of necrotic.
Yes, you do.
So that's 18 points.
One
Pretty
second.
good.
Because he does have resistance to necrotic damage.
That's less good. Well, I mean, just look at him.
Jesus
you see him?
Christ, you rolled fucking max damage on that shit, dude.
And I want to take it. Gib. Gib.
I'd like to keep that way.
Yeah, you fucking... He's on death's door already. Yeah, apparently. Jesus.
I ain't
All right.
messing around.
Then it's his turn. As he throws down onto the ground, he casts Darkness.
Aww.
Right here.
Not the Shadow Realm.
More like here. And give me just a moment because I gotta fucking do a thing. Where I, instead of creating light, you know, I instead create negative light, which I figured out how to do this a while ago. It's pretty crazy.
Is it just select inverse?
Yeah, pretty much. Look.
Oh,
Ooh, and it has... Ooh.
that's spooky.
That is spooky. It's got a little rolling mass. So in the middle of this room, there is now a rolling mass of darkness.
I do appreciate that it's animated.
It is pretty nice, isn't it? I haven't had a reason to use this yet because nobody has the darkness spell in our party. You hear a smashing, and then some crawling and some skittering. Aralia,
I follow
you heard some
the
smashing
skittering.
to your left. You're in perfect darkness right now. Even with your dark vision, you can't see anything.
Yeah, this is the first time he's been in darkness other than sleeping. How does movement work? Am I just picking a direction?
You kind of know where you're going. I'm gonna need you to give me an intelligence check to figure out, or a wisdom check, to see if you're going in the right direction.
There we go. Wisdom. Oh, wisdom is better than my intelligence. Ability check. Well, it was what's a 3 get me around here?
You're walking through the darkness, and eventually you come out of it right there. And you're like, wait, hold on a second. You got yourself turned around. There's a zombie next to you.
And that's when you see him. Child above.
He's there.
You're walking through the darkness.
That's pretty great.
I don't know if I have anything. Oh. I can Tasha's Mind Whip. I doubt that a zombie has a good intelligence saving throw.
Does it work on undead?
That's probably a good question.
You mean probably
Target
a
must
good
take an
question?
Intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, takes 3d6. Psychic, can't react. Target must choose if it gets to move, act, or bonus act. Only gets one of the 3. It doesn't say that it doesn't affect undead. Just says that I wreck up their brain for a little bit.
All right. You can cast it out if you want.
Absolutely.
And this is the same zombie that was the nephew before they got transformed into this necrotic mass and killed in this way.
That's interesting. I thought it was the one schlumped into the snow.
No, the nephew was murdered for this.
Oh, well, that's ideal. I would have done the same.
Intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. Oh,
Roll the
15.
12. Yeah, roll the 12.
Doesn't save.
Doesn't save. Do damage. Psychic damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
And-
you killed
and
it. Oh, actually, hold on. How much damage? You did 11 damage?
Yes.
It does a thing first. Makes a Constitution saving throw,
Oh, that's right.
which it fails and dies. How do you kill it?
He's just going to panic, and like threads from each of his fingertips, he just like extends them at the zombie as they just like wrap around his head until they get too tight that it just like carves into bone.
Oh boy.
And that is 10 of my movement, unless darkness does something to movement.
No, not
I don't
really.
know.
It wasn't difficult to. It was, you were kind of like slowly moving through it because you were wading through the darkness. But yeah, you got movement you can use.
Then I will 5, 10, 15. Oops.
Oh, you see it.
15,
There he is.
20.
You'll never catch me, Meldroxis. That's my name.
I mean, thank you for giving me your name, but I'm gonna catch up with you, bud.
Not if I
Even if you
kill
dash, you're within
first.
range of my spells.
Not if I go around the corner.
Oh, he's got me
Anyway.
there.
Yeah, that was your. That
I
was
can't
your
get around that
movement,
corner
right?
in my turn.
The
Yeah,
bandit
it's my whole turn.
zombie. Oh boy. The bandit zombie
Can't see
knows
shit
that
either.
Stranne was there somewhere and is going to attack at disadvantage.
Doesn't matter.
And miss.
Ooh.
But Stranne, you just
matter.
like you whing through the darkness and you're like, what was that?
Yeah, Aralia, is that you?
Stranne, it's your turn.
So I'm going to ready my sickle and like take a cautionary stance pose. I'm going to put like my hand behind me, feel up the wall, and leave through the door.
Trying your best there, and you do manage to. You've left through the door.
Okay.
Congrats.
I see Aralia kind of about the corner, kind of leaving. I'm like, okay, think time. What was
Big
that?
thing.
5, 10, 15. So I can move 3 more squares.
Also, I'm pretty sure that the darkness goes around corners, so it should actually also just kind of do that as well.
Oozing out
Technically, yeah, ooze out here a little bit.
Yuck.
So I'm going to. Well, that's not what I wanted to do.
A really nice effect. I love the lighting system they set up for Foundry. It's great.
It's pretty cool.
I'm. Whoop. Nope. Yeah. I'm gonna go here.
All right, you went there. Now,
Oh no. He went there.
Oh,
Medroxys'
He went there.
turn. Totally not a by-the-week villain. No, he's going to be a main character. No, okay, anyway.
Yeah. He gets his own
he
arc.
sees-
You'll see.
He sees Aralia, and what he does is he's going to cast out Hold Person.
Oh.
You need to give me a DC 11.
That's
Wisdom.
what it said.
right? Yeah, that's weird.
Well, the save is wisdom at least.
Save is wisdom. Yeah, you need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Click clack. Click click clack.
What? Darkness does end, by the
way.
way, because of that. So, like, suddenly the
Oh.
darkness dissipates. You should be able to click on your token and then click the save DC in the chat.
Oh, I hadn't clicked on my token. That's why. Oh.
You are currently
That's kinda yucky.
as soon as you turn the corner and like after you had your back and forth, you just and you cannot move.
Oh, dude, I don't think this guy even knows who he's dealing with right now.
You are currently
I don't.
paralyzed.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy think he is? I can do this. I know exactly what I'm doing.
You're paralyzed, so you can't move.
That
at
is
all.
true. That is true. What you're saying right now, big facts.
Big facts.
Yeah.
I think a bonus action here. Let's see here. Fucking.
Maybe cry like a baby.
Well, no, now you can do it because the old person was an action. Yeah. So he's gonna. You'll never catch me, Maltroxis. As he goes around the corner.
Can I get a spelling? Can I buy a vowel?
Aralia, it's your turn.
Subtle spell.
At the end of each of your turns, you can make a wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends on you.
That's fine. I have subtle spell. I don't need to move.
You can't talk either. You're paralyzed. I thought. What is it? Hold on.
Subtle
Yeah.
spell makes it so I don't have to do anything.
You said
Verbal
the
or
verbal.
somatic.
Hold on.
Verbal or somatic. Subtle
give me a
spell.
s-
You can't
give me a
tell I did
second.
it.
That is wrong because
Yeah,
I
I'm
looked that
looking at
up
it.
at one
I'm
point. and I
looking
was
at it
like,
right
oh,
now. Thank
well,
you.
okay. How are you casting this? Who are you casting the spell at? Huh? What's the target?
I'm gonna cast it on Meldroxus Drogovich, whatever his name
A
was.
paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength saving throws, dexterity attack, attacks against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit. All right, what about incapacitated? An incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions, so you can't do anything. Ha!
What? Hold person
Except
counts as
make-
incapacitated?
Yes, because paralyzed also grants the incapacitated thing.
Is that in terms of consciousness or in terms of movement?
You're awake. You can't do anything, so you need to give
If
a
I'm
saving
awake,
throw.
couldn't I do something?
No, you can't do it. You're incapacitated, so you can't take any actions or reactions. Incapacitated doesn't matter if you're conscious or not.
I think that's a part of the most important part of being incapacitated is whether or not you are conscious.
You have
Is it
magical
wisdom?
forces all throughout your body that's stopping you from weaving magic, regardless of meta magic.
I am in control of the magic.
Here's okay. Only gonna
Okay, so
say-
going straight from game rules, you're paralyzed, which means you're incapacitated. Incapacitated means that you
deprived
can't.
of strength or power.
Yeah, means that you can't take actions or reactions. So you gave me 2 saving. You failed that saving throw because I was.
I did fail.
Use your
Yeah,
favorite
right.
of the gods.
On a 3, dude?
Yeah. Should have used your favorite god.
You have to roll pretty high.
Oh, I guess that's true. I should have used my favorite by the gods on a 9.
The
Huh.
bandit.
Ooh, I could have made that on the 9 if I had a single more brain cell.
Strawn. The window next to you breaks and shatters as the zombie slips past out, gets up, and goes to slash at you with a scimitar.
Sir, there was a door. That was rude.
Does a 14 hit you? I think a 14 hits you. yeah.
Just meets, yeah.
You take 4 slashing damage from this ordeal.
Okay.
Okay. It is now your turn, Strawn. Zombie.
With a sickle
Strong
in one
zombie.
hand and a wand in the other, I'm going for the face with the wand.
We refer
Alright.
to it as the New Age communism. Sword and sickle and wand.
Hang on. I gotta roll for disadvantage.
It's an 11. An 11 doesn't hit. He's got leather armor on. And his dexterity is actually still fairly intact. I even added modifiers based on turning somebody into a zombie, and their dexterity modifier wasn't really changed.
That's
So,
cool.
unfortunately, it does kind of like wiggle its face out of the way of the point blank Eldritch Blast, and it's just kind of like as like this little bits of mucus go flying on your face.
That's hot.
Anything else? Bonus action? Movement? You want to move? Want to move from where you are?
I'm gonna chance the movement. Yeah.
All right. Chance the movement. Chance the
Understandable.
movement.
Chance the Rapper.
Left click.
Oh, wait, hang on. I gotta shift. No, shift. Alt. No.
It's all.
Control?
It's
control.
Yeah, it's control. All right. Doing it.
Third, right there. I'm gonna try and go. Well, I'm gonna attempt to go around the corner. Should I, before moving at all, risk the reaction?
I don't know. Do you want
Thing.
to?
Yeah,
I think you should.
I'm going to. I
Okay.
just want to see if I get stopped first before even bothering moving.
Well,
That's
I
with-
mean, it won't
that's a
stop
sentinel.
you unless it kills you. It won't stop you. it is gonna hit you though.
It has to have the sentinel feet in order
Two
to stop you from
slashing,
moving.
2 slashing damage the zombie does on you.
Oh no!
Oh
Just
no!
the tip. Just.
Oh, terrible.
Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. And I'm
It
gonna
like swings and it misses, but on like the rebound
attempt
because
to
his
move-
arm just
Oh, I
kind of
have to do
flails.
this. Oh my god.
And,
hey.
Like, you start running this way and run right into him. It's like, smack. Oh no, you caught Madroxus.
I'm
But that's your turn, so...
This isn't like a grapple or anything, but I'm gonna like bump into him, but like have my hands on his shoulder and just be like, dude, skincare routine, you need it.
I know,
take
that's
a
what I was
shower.
trying to fix. And he cast Inflict
Do you want
Wounds
help
on you.
with that? My buddy here is great.
He's casting Inflict Wounds as a second
Oh,
level spell.
dude, Aralia's scan is impeccable.
Why did it roll the damage before it rolled the... Okay, what? I don't know what the fuck, why Inflicted Wounds is
Yeah.
busted like that. But that's the damage roll, by the way.
Yeah, so you're gonna want it to miss, just so you know.
It's a fucking... Whoever imported
I
this
think-
did a bad job.
I think
Range spell
it's just
attack,
reading
melee
on whenever it says like something d something X damage, and then
might
it just
be. Here we go. And throw it out. Does not consume spell slot. So this is just for the attack roll. Wow. Holy shit. He slams it down at you. You know, he's like, tries to like touch you, but you like, You manage to bat the arm out of the way before you realize that your flesh was about to turn into his flesh. Which would have been bad, by the way.
it was a sheer response to how bad he smells, though. It wasn't like the attack. You just were like, please don't touch me. I don't.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
I tried. Aralia, it's your turn. You need to give me a saving throw to break out of a thing.
Only I think. Click saving throw. Hey,
It's a
how we
6.
How we feeling? 2d4 is not the make or break for this, Isaac. I want you to know that. It's not likely to save me here.
All right.
But that's my turn.
Okay, that's cool. Bandit zombie was gonna start chasing after. And eventually it ends up right behind Strawn because it just following the trail. It is gonna go ahead and do a bit of a scimitar slash. And nat 20. You take 10 points of slashing damage from scimitar. As just behind you, as like you were trying to bat away the necrotic energies from the man's hand, the scimitar just slashes your back in a pretty vital spot. You feel like a fucking chain of nerves just like spark all the way up your body as you realize your spine was pretty close to where it got hit.
I'm just gonna cough up blood.
All right, Strawn, it's your turn. You're currently surrounded.
I'm just gonna like do the death stare at this man. Be like, you did this. You
I
caused
did
this."
many things to many people in order to get where I am now. If only this
And
works.
as he's talking, no. Wait, I gotta roll disadvantage.
No, that isn't it. As I was saying, if only I could counteract the curse upon my flesh with this, but it doesn't work. And he holds like this very ornate dwarven looking rod that's like, honestly, just looking at it, you're very impressed with the craftsmanship. It almost radiates fine craftsmanship. And while you're looking at it, Stranne, while you're looking at it, you almost feel like you got a well rest. You didn't get a long rest. I'm not saying that, but you feel the curse lift from you.
We got decursed?
He got decursed. You didn't look at it yet.
Ooh, sick.
Oh,
You're just like, as you're looking at it, you just go, oh, like angelic humming in your head, and you're fine. You are decursed. You still got this guy to worry about, though. Madrox's turn. All right.
I was gonna say,
No more Mr. Nice
if
Guy.
only I could just take a hold of the object and then Misty step out of there.
He's gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, which apparently doesn't do attack rolls anymore. That's not how it works. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I pulled this this spell from like the compendium, right? This wasn't imported from D&D Beyond, so it just doesn't know what it's doing.
Yeah, it doesn't read it as an attack roll. Like, it says you could, but it doesn't register.
Melee spell attack.
If you were feeling saucy, you could maybe do an attack with it, or
All right,
maybe you could have it just give you high fives, or...
Very weird. Very, very weird indeed. It does not consist of this one. It is going to go ahead and throw it.
Oh, no.
Like, fucking right there. Oh. There. 19 to hit. It already rolled its initial force damage of 5 plus 1 because it was, for some reason, it split up the modifier and the damage roll away from itself. So you took 6 points of force damage as a bonus action. This like pestering like almost whip like thing manifests itself near you like a whip made of human flesh. Just whips you, and it does not feel great, man. You don't want to get whipped by this thing. Hey, Aralia, give me saving throw.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. What kind of saving throw?
You're giving me.
Like it's just my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I thought he was doing something at me, and I was like,
Row.
You succeed! You suddenly feel the field around you, finally manage to pierce through it, and you regain control of your body. You can now have your turn as normal.
My next turn. It's at the end of my turn, right?
It's
I made
it's
the
your turn
save?
now. No, it just says on each of your turns you can make the save, not at the end of your turn. So it's your turn.
Oh.
Do turn. Half
Then
turn.
I'm going to do a barrel roll to get to this part of the map. And, yeah, I can competently Chaos Bolt. I think that's something I'm willing to risk here.
Want to go and do that Chaos Bolt? Want to do a little Chaos Bolt there? Want a Chaos Bolt?
I might do a little bit of a Chaos Bolt. Who knows? I simply open to Spellbook and then roll my little roll. Watch it click clack. Oh. How we looking?
1 second. Yeah, an 18 does hit. You can go ahead and roll damage.
The good news is that none of these damage types are necrotic, so as far as I know, he doesn't have a resistance to it. An
So
8 and a 3?
Jesus Christ.
Thunder
Thunder
or
or fire?
fire?
You wanna
I'll just
stay on theme?
thunder.
Thunder?
Nah, I'm just gonna thunder him.
How do you kill him?
Just a little electroshock therapy.
How do
Well,
you
if
kill
that was
him?
lightning damage, then maybe.
Yeah.
He's gonna roll in the snow, and then just pop his head up, and enraged, he will with both hands, like from in a kind of dome position on his chest, outward towards him, create the flubber monstrosity that kind of scrapes against the wall for a second, and then recorrects itself just before it's about to miss him, and hit the back of him, and absolutely shatter his spinal cord with the sheer base.
He like falls to the ground. His you even notice that the zombie behind him starts like freezes and is like convulsing a little bit. As he falls to the ground, and just like with his dying breath, he's just, I just wanted power without the downsides.
And we
dies.
can't have that ever. As I'm about to get a magic item with no downsides.
And that brings an end to combat as the zombie behind you,
Just ploops over.
its flesh starts regenerating to the point to where it was before this happened to it. Its throat is still slit, but it just returns to the man it was before and just topples over to the ground as if nothing had happened to him other than he had moved.
Well,
I'm going to grab the item from his hands.
absolutely.
Aralia, you see that the item is in Strawn's hands, and you seem very much the similar situation where it almost hums with an ethereal light as you just are admiring its beauty, and you feel like you've finally rested, and the curse lifts from you.
He like almost cries for a second at the sheer like relaxedness he's feeling again, as he's like, oh, that's the rod, right?
That is Boulder's Rod. Staring upon Boulder's Rods removes the curse from you as you feel at peace. Yeah, that's right. I did this all to make a dick joke. 2
Respect.
days.
Oh!
You gave me 2 days
Oh,
to write an adventure.
Rod as in penis. I didn't get that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not something we mentioned before.
Yeah. But I wanted to know that it was on purpose.
I imagined so. There's no way you were gonna say rod around us and expect it not to be made.
The
I've done it
moral of the
before.
story is a good dick cures all wounds.
Yeah, I say we raid the cabin.
Whatever. Right as you guys are like coming to the conclusion about what you may have learned about this whole ordeal, which is completely wrong, by the way. Strawn, just outside of the periphery of your vision, you see a black mass. Just a small little hole in space, the size of your head, perhaps, as these inky tendrils that you've come to be familiar with start leaking out of it, and then suddenly shoot and grab Baldur's Rod and swing it back through the hole as it disappears out of space. And you feel
It's kind of like a
and you
dancing
hear-
darkness cantrip instead of a dancing lights.
and you hear the sounds of scribbling coming from your grimoire.
Okay. I my eyes kind of dart down to my bag, and I take out the book and just
You flip it over to the page where words are still being written, and you see the words, "Thank you, sweetie." And nothing else.
I write down, "You're welcome."
We did this with you in mind, boo.
How does Aralia feel about this, as it is in perfect view of them?
Aralia is going to
That's right, you haven't seen it before.
what? The sacrifice I just watched?
No, yeah, I don't think anybody's seen.
No, I thought that was a new thing. Was I supposed to gather that's a reoccurring thing for you, Strawn?
Oh yeah, because I'm completely unfazed.
Aralia will just kind of like watch as the rod gets sucked into outer space for all he knows, And he's going to go, so does that mean we can't return to the priest?
I don't think we need to.
I don't think we can afford for him to know that we totally stole the item and then sacrificed it when we promised to give it back to him.
Well, we could do this one thing called lying. And just
That's
say
true.
that the madman here
Swallowed
used it
it.
in his ritual, and that the
Oh.
demon entity took it.
I was just gonna say that we didn't find it, but that's an interesting take. I was willing to
He did
leave this
mention
cabin to
Orcus.
rot. I don't know who that is, I'm afraid.
I whip
Is
out
that-
my notebook and just like scroll to the page with my notes on Orcus and be like, just basically reading out a Wikipedia of information.
Yeah, Aralia, just as quickly as you start, he tunes out. He's like, I don't know, I don't want to know this. He's not gonna like tell you to stop. He's just not retaining any information.
Like 5 minutes go by, and then I close the book and be like, and that's why I believe the priest will listen to us.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check inside actually.
I'm gonna go ahead and save some trouble for you guys. There is no money. This guy had no intention of paying anybody for this. The old shack doesn't have anything valuable, and even the guys, the corpses don't appear to have anything that's worth taking. You guys do begin making your way back to East Haven. It's a bit of an hour trek, but it's no big deal, as we are going to go ahead and call today's session.